Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, God.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstones, who teach the world well as peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and the virus that never died, the house of David, Shalom. So we gonna get started in the book of Job. Go ahead and bring it out.
This is the book of Job, chapter 28, verse 1. Surely there is a vein for the silver and a place for gold where they find it.
So there's a place for silver and gold where they find it. There's a place, where gold gets purified and silver gets purified. Now the treasure that's talking about, is gonna be wisdom. But,
Verse 2. Iron is taken out of the earth and brass is molten out of the stone.
right.
Verse 3. He setteth an end to darkness and searches out all perfection. The stone.
So that's how you obtain this wisdom. You have to search for it. And ask the Most High that to receive it and be able to understand. Can you go to Psalms 12 and 6?
Book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 6. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth purified 7 times.
So His words are pure. They 7 times means completion, so they're perfect. The Lord is perfect in all of His things.
God.
And so anything that has been made, we're being tried as gold in the fire, the elect seed. This is how we beat in. We get tried as gold in the fire because we're going through a purification process. Go ahead and get back into Job. Yeah, you're gonna stay right there. We're gonna read that whole chapter. Let's start off where you go.
Job chapter 28, verse 3. He setteth an end to darkness and searcheth out all perfection. The stones of darkness and the shadow of death.
Because when you come out of darkness, you come into the truth. That's the light. We're a body of light, and that's the light that is shining through you now. You woke up. We were in the shadow of death when we were in darkness. When we were living of this world. We were those dry bones. In Ezekiel 37. All right. Go ahead and continue on that.
Verse 4. The flood breaketh out from the inhabitants, even the waters forgotten of the foot. They are dried up, they are gone away from men.
So those waters is talking about the living waters. We lost contact with that. It says that the Lord shall hide himself. You get that in Isaiah 45 and 15. Because there was a period of time where when we went through darkness because of all the iniquities that our nation was doing.
God, I got a precept. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
So Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, and the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is waking up for this, to come back in repentance and come back into this truth, and be glorious once again.
This is Isaiah 45 and 15. Verily thou art a power that hidest thyself, O power of Israel, the Savior.
So why was he a power that hideth himself? Because he makes himself known to those who look for him. You have to seek him out. It says seek him early. So you can live through a long and prosperous life. But he hid himself because we were going off, and we didn't deserve his presence. You get back into Job. I think I want You could continue there and yeah.
I got to pray. This is Isaiah 55:6, and it reads, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near."
Call him while he is near. We know that the day of the Lord is coming. But seek him while he can be found. Because at the ending times of Jacob's trouble, we're gonna go through the famine of the word. We're gonna go through these brothers not going to be out on the street here for you to get this knowledge from. It's going to be this, and it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, that knowledge and wisdom is the stability of thy time. This knowledge, that we're giving to you, is going to be more important than money. Because money's not going to be worth nothing to you in the long run. But this truth, is gonna be your it's gonna save you. That's gonna be the foundation of your salvation.
God. And Shalom, Magi, how about Shemi Al Shabrak?
You want to seek your help about Shemi Al Shabrak before the day of judgment. Because it's gonna be too late then. Because when you seek him, when you need him, when after judgment, it's not gonna matter.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 30. As for the power, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him.
So he gonna hold us down. So that's what the Lord is going to do. But we have to lean upon him, and trust in his ways, because as the scriptures say, his ways are perfect. All right, go ahead, back in John.
This is Job 28, verse 5. As for the earth, out of it cometh bread, and under it is turned up as it is for fire.
And that's similar to that binding process, because out of the earth we get what? We get bread, we get nourishment from everything that comes out. You got that's providing us substance to eat. But what goes into the layers of the earth? What's at the middle is the core. That's molten lava. It's burning down there. But what is it? What's the fruit that it brings out? That's like continue on that.
Verse 6. The stones of it are the place of sapphires, and it hath dust of gold. Verse 7. There is a path which no fowl knoweth, and which the vulture's eye hath not seen. The lion's whelp have not trodden it, nor the fierce lion passed by it. Verse 9. He putteth forth his hand upon the rock, he overturneth the mountains by the roots.
Right, and this is searching for that wisdom. Because wisdom only comes by the Most High alone. You can't get it from searching into yourself. That just brings vain babblings. You're just talking out. That's when they say you're talking out of your ass. Can you grab Proverbs? No. And so where wisdom is found, wisdom's found in those deep dark places, because those are the mysteries.
I got a precept. Wisdom of Solomon This would be chapter 7 and verse 28, and it reads, "For the power loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom."
That's what we're supposed to do. Wisdom is likened to the to Yahweh Bashim Shai.
God.
And it needs to be your best lover.
God.
That's how it's supposed to be. Keep grab Rock 2 and 3.
Hey, I got another prayer. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 8. "I prefer her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches, nothing in comparison of her. Neither comparison I under her any precious stones, because all gold is respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as the clay before her." God.
Because it's gonna tell you, that thing is gonna make that same comparison that that wisdom is way more valuable.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 10. "Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold." Verse 11, "For wisdom is better than rubies."
Right. Wisdom is better than rubies. That's a precious stone. That are expensive.
Better than rubies, and of all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
You can't compare nothing to this wisdom, because I believe it's in Jeremiah. It says that the gold and silver are going to be cast into the streets.
God.
It ain't gonna have no value when the day of the Lord is here. And as we continue to get deeper into this thing called Jacob's trouble, that's not gonna have no value, and it's just gonna be a rock. No, but these words you have about Shimi Al Shai, is our rock, and that's our foundation. That's that strong foundation. I'll grab Sirach.
This book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 3. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end."
So cleave unto the Lord, means hold him tight. Hold these words, close to you, because this is what's gonna save you. And that we may be increased in the last end. How are we gonna be increased? When we get translated, such as Enoch did, we're gonna be increased into we're gonna be given power, and get put, when we get beamed up in those chariots, we gonna obtain new bodies, everlasting bodies. And afterwards, let's go back in the zone. No, but we have to first, become one with wisdom. That's the diligence and the work. To Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Faith without works is dead.
Right.
So you gotta obtain this wisdom. You gotta keep it, because a lot of brothers they lose that oil, and then they even more fucked up than they were when they came into this thing. And it just comes. If you don't, that's why it says cleave unto him. Talking about the the Most High, but also the words. You know, because Yahushua is the word. So you got to hold it closer, or else you're gonna lose it. You know, like in if you don't use it, you lose it.
God.
Got something else. Can't find it. Got it right there.
Come. Autograph it for you.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
How are we going to do that? Through the incorruptible seed, which is how about Shimei Shai, because he was that perfect example, and we're going to be made perfect too, Lord willing. We those part of the elect. Go back in there. Go. Yep.
This is Job chapter 28, verse 10. He cutteth out rivers among the rocks, and his eye seeth every precious thing. Verse 11, he bindeth the floods from overflowing, and the thing that is hid bringeth he forth to light. Verse 12, but where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding?
So he could, man can go through all those things, but yet still not find wisdom. Where do you go to find that wisdom? You got to go to the Most High, and now go to 1 Corinthians 2 and start at 6.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught.
Right, because even in even though he wasn't a prince, he was a king. But Daniel, he had to break down the king's dream. Now, somebody that's a king, has a higher stature than Daniel did at the time. But yeah, he didn't have that understanding because the Most High wasn't dealing with him. And what does we speak those things to those that are perfect. We may not be perfect, but we're at least trying to. That's the difference from the elect, and these 2/3. All right, continue on that.
Verse 7, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory.
Right, well, he's talking in mysteries because that's what Yahushua. That's why he spoke in parables. Because it was playing upon tables, but only the people that he wanted to know it were gonna understand it. Because when you speak in a parable, you have to solve that riddle.
Yeah.
And you got to be on the same page. He was making sure that they you understand me.
And that's why you got to pray for wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't come to you. You know.
and they put
Verse 8, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Verse 9, but as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High hath prepared for them that love him. Verse 10, but Yahweh hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the power.
Yeah, so that's how you obtain wisdom. You know, you gotta ask the Most High for it. You gotta obtain it from the source, because Yahweh Shemi Al is the source of wisdom. Now I can continue down a little bit more, and then after that, read James 1 and 5.
Verse 11, for what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of the power knoweth no man, but the Spirit of the Most High.
Right. That's why, James over here a couple of weeks ago talking about, I get for myself, I look into myself. You can't do that. It tells you right there. That goes into those vain back plans. Speaking just
Speak out your ass.
speaking out your ass.
God.
Like a dumbass.
God. I got James. Yep, I'm gonna start at 4. This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and enter wanting nothing. It's lucky.
For that perfection, through practicing these laws, statutes, commandments, celebrating the holy high days, that we're supposed to, not things of this world.
Come. Verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the power that giveth to all men liberally, and ungrudgingly not, and it shall be given him.
But Jake don't even want knowledge. What it say? You have lack knowledge because you don't want to read.
Come on, I'll pull it up. I'll get it.
But that's it right there. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is more than willing for you to give you that knowledge. You just gotta ask him. You gotta do the work. You gotta search and find it out yourself. You gotta question, all that other bullshit you listening to, and just take it because somebody with a suit and tie tells you. Because somebody with a college education tells you this is the right thing to do, and you go and fall for them, blindly. But we're fools for Mashiach's sake, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua Mashiach's sake. We're fools for him because we have to have faith, and faith is the belief in the things unseen.
Well, things that are hoped for.
Nah.
I pulled up Hosea, Slakia. I'll go ahead and read Hosea though, because it's to the point. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6, and it reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee."
That's why he's not dealing with you. Because you guys don't want to get the right knowledge. You guys are still part of this world and want to, abide by it. Look how that's going, because that's on the downward slope right now. As you can tell by this kingdom is about to unleash madness. With the wars out in the terrorist crisis out, the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. As soon as the Biden pulled them troops out, all that was planned. And now Biden catching all that slack from it. But, go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
Right, and that's how Shai telling you, straight up, asking you shall receive, the understanding. Because you want to pull Proverbs 4:7. Because what's wisdom without understanding? It won't make sense to you.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding.
Because and you need it's the principal thing because it's the first thing that you need. Wisdom, fear of the Lord is the first part, the beginning of wisdom. But going into that, you need the complete understanding and wisdom of all things. To truly understand. And if you don't have understanding, then your wisdom is useless. They piggyback off of each other.
God. And I have that free. It's Revelations 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand.
That time is at hand where we're gonna need this substance. We're gonna need this truth, to get deliverance from all this shit going on in the world. Grab Psalms 91. Start up. I want to get Wisdom of Solomon 7:16.
I already had it. I got two. Yeah. I could do it.
Book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
God, that you want to be under the shadow of the Almighty, because that's that covering, and dwelling in the secret places of the Most High. That's in these mysteries, and obtaining knowledge. I keep on going on that. Verse 2.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and he that runneth into it, will be saved. Roughly paraphrase.
Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Right. Just like it said back in Psalms 18. He gonna hold us down during these times. But it says cover his feathers. Wasn't it said that he was that Exodus 19?
God.
Bear unto us on eagle's wings.
God.
And through that Exodus, we're gonna get that. This is an Exodus.
Ultimate, God. Ultimate.
A higher version of Exodus because it's gonna be forever.
God, and it's gonna trump. It's gonna trump coming out of Egypt.
Right. It's gonna be even, like it says in I think it's the second Esdras. The plagues from before will be even greater.
God.
But so with salvation, that's the duality of this thing. And we're gonna get saved just like we got saved out of Exodus.
God. What Wisdom of Solomon 17 or 7 to start at 16? God. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 16, and it reads, for in his hands are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship.
That's how Noah built the ark. That's why a lot of the apostles were they were carpenters.
God. And fishermen.
They're fishermen, builders. You know, that's all work. That's workmanship right there. That's a trade. You know, and a lot of people today, they don't got a trade. You know, they can't fix their own car if it gets broken. You know, they can't repair shit around the house. You know, you men out there is useless.
I was vexed with that a couple of weeks ago.
Brother had a coworker he was working with, and he was getting showed up by some of these females out here.
God.
And that's the upside, the things turning upside down, you know, in this kingdom. Because you got women out working men that are more than capable, but they're just lazy.
God.
You know, they have no hustle. They don't know how to go get it. They've been sitting on the couch all day.
They've been coddled by their moms too long.
Right. They ain't never got weed off that breast.
God. Verse 17, and it reads, "For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operations of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times."
That was talking about like chemistry and operating the elements. You know, using these elements to create things. You know, and understanding that. You know, like back in science class, you had the periodic table of elements.
God.
You know, but this was all knowledge that was given unto Solomon.
God. Which all knowledge was given unto Solomon.
That first verse is the reincarnation of the offspring.
God.
It's the offspring of the Most High.
Continue. Ready?
Yeah.
Continuing on. The alternation of the turning of the sun and the changing of seasons. The circuits of years and the position of stars. The nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts. Salakia. The violence of winds and the reasoning of men. God. What's what is man, it just slipped my mind just like that. Meteorology? Oh no, that's the weatherman. the version of planes and the various Slakia, the variety of roots. God, herbs and medicine. Food. God.
All that wisdom we got a little bit more.
God, I can keep going. 21, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, then I know. That was it. You know? And so that goes to prove right there once again that that's reincarnation of Yahweh Shai. You know? God. God, I had Sirach right quick. Sirach chapter 4 and verse 16. And it reads, "If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him." God. And torment him with her discipline, until she may be trusted, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then will she return Slack it. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets.
If women were that's the comparison of that. It's like you have to make yourself trusting with the Most High. He's just not gonna give you everything. He's gonna give you little sprinkles of stuff, of mysteries and knowledge here and there. But until you truly prove yourself diligent, you're not gonna get everything. A woman won't even give you, the cookie up until she trusts you. A lot of women today are easier, but a woman of a good household, she gonna make you work a little bit harder for it, and really, she gonna try you. She gonna try you just like wisdom gonna try you to make sure that you really there.
Hey, here's that duality. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
She gonna tell you
God.
Hey, you did her dirty.
God.
Hey, you try to ruin me, I'm gonna ruin you.
God.
And she got more control over that.
And you forsook her. All right, you forsook. And according to wisdom, if you forsake wisdom, wisdom is going to forsake you. What is it? Roughly paraphrasing, 7 more spirits turn onto a clean house, unto a man 7 times greater.
That's what happens when you lose. You gotta hold it tight. Don't let it go. If you in the truth, keep on building. Keep on building and growing. Because we all trying to get into tap into that true wisdom, and be a part of that body of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. We got a spirit, that we supposed to think in, and that's in the Holy Ghost, the Baruch Kodash. You get yourself involved with that, man. You don't even know what the Most High can give you all the wisdom in a matter of seconds. If you deserve it. All right. Yeah, let's go back in the
Job chapter 28, verse 13. Man knows not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. 14. The depth saith, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not with me. 15. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof.
Because the seas don't got it, the depths of the earth don't got it, man don't got it. Like we stated in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, it dwells with the Most High.
Verse 16. It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx or the sapphire. Verse 17. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold.
There's no comparison to this thing called wisdom. There ain't no comparison to it.
Verse 18. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then cometh wisdom? And where is the place of understanding? Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the light of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears. The Most High understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof.
God. He knows the place. That's why you got to go through him. This is a Now, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 11. And it reads, wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun.
God.
So wisdom is good as an inheritance. We're inherited wisdom because we're of, our brothers were of the elect. And for there's a sure seed, that is given. Yahweh Shemi Yahushai is giving this wisdom to, and not everybody can. That's why not everybody can understand it. This is verse 12. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. With the excellency of knowledge is that the wisdom giveth life to them that have it." Wisdom giveth life, because that's going to be that salvation. Surely, some of you won't die. That was a promise.
Wisdom is righteousness.
Right.
To be righteous.
It's an inheritance. What does it say that this is a heritage?
Huh.
Romans 15:4. Can you grab that real quick? Because that was it was these things were written for generations. Come on, I'm gonna just let them talk. For our learning.
Book of Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right. But it was written aforetime for our learning. And who wrote it? Our ancestors wrote this book. Our ancestors wrote this book so we can learn from it. That's why you need to come back to it. Because this is how you obtain knowledge and understanding of the prophecies of the things to come, so you can better prepare yourself. You got something?
So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 11, and it reads, "For they were pricked that they should remember thy words." Gone. And gone. And I'll continue on. And were quickly saved. Slack it, page move. And were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness.
That's why those that have spoken up to the truth, are the Bible. They're walking aimlessly, through the light. And as the scriptures say, they're groping. Because they know that there's something bigger that they belong to.
I got one more. This is a book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, and verse 3. "For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality." God.
The beginning, so to say, the foundation, Yahweh Shemi is that rock.
God. It is that fear. It's fear in Yahweh Shemi Yahushai. First and foremost is that fear. All right. And with that fear, you start to understand as you pray, you fast, you understand and ask Yahweh Shemi Yahushai for the wisdom. All right. And if it's imparted unto you, all right, you'll start to understand Yahweh Shemi Yahushai will open your spirit up to understand the precepts, the deep, dark sayings, the parables.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully?
God.
So you gotta be in order for this to get a complete mastery of something. You know, to be able to do it correctly. You know, that's to you brothers out there teaching the wrong doctrine. You know,
Especially goes. Salakia goes to Captain Tazariak and them.
people are straight out there. You know, not teaching the right things, telling them it's okay to take that jab. You know, he wanted to be the forefront runner in that, and that's the thing with Jake. You know, they got a complex where they just want to be the first to do something. They all want to be the next apostle. They all stay in your own place. You know, and teach what you know and teach what you know is right. You know, it says in the book of Hebrews that there will be one sound doctrine. So follow it. You know, because Albert Bivens came, you know, and then after One West broke up, everybody broke up and started doing their own thing. But what did they start doing? They started all going off except for GMS.
Hey, I gotta agree to what you were saying, and this is crazy. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4. Salakia. Book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
That's the desires of your own self, not the desire. You're not doing the desires of the Lord. You know. But the scriptures also say that every man will be judged according to his work.
Oh.
Does it not? And everything it will be brought out into that light.
That's what you're seeing with Brother Pro Light.
Speaking out against, GMS on certain topics that he didn't agree with, and those same topics that he brought out were what he's getting persecuted right now.
God. That's that stain.
That's the stain, you know, and we in those times where it's gonna be I'm gonna just get the script right here. That's all.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the power is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
God.
That's right.
Oh, and hey, you're seeing the thoughts and the intents of their heart. Sure. God. Because that was, in truth and honesty, that was a polite desire, you know? Hey, he said the age in the video that the apostles, he was talking about from the age of 12 and 13. But Yahweh Shimei Shai gave him a 14-year-old.
So you can't say that he wasn't lying, because he wasn't lying. He didn't say that age.
God.
It says, this is book of Sirach, chapter 16, verse 16. It says, his mercy is manifest to every creature. And he hath separated his light from darkness with an adamant. And that adamant is a stone where you can completely see where the light and dark split.
Oh.
So this is what Yahweh Shimei Shai is doing right now. He is refining the people on this earth and making it clear as day where they stand. And we know day by day, you know, keeps on making it known who he really is. You know, the white man is proving himself to surely be that devil that the Bible speaks about. With all his wickedness that he's doing, and monuments that he's trying to build and bring back the remembrance of his first great empire.
Uh,
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Read that one more time.
Okay. Verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
And they're not exhorting, the Most High like they should be. You got Tazariak, who exhorts his best friend, his general with a non-Hebrew name. These men are just worshiping other men, but yet, Sinetta would tell you that we worship men. No, that's not the case.
God.
We don't put no man above Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai or above us in front of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. That's why the brothers give all glory and honor to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. You could thank him for making the video, but you know that it's the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai that's doing all the work.
God.
It's going through that, brother.
Yeah. Hey, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 20. For ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify the power in your bodies and in your spirits, which are Yahweh's. All right, so that goes exactly what the brother was saying. You know what I mean?
He has us in his hands, like what it say in the potter's clay.
John, potter's clay. Hey.
Chapter 14, verse 21, it says, verse 20, it says, blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things and wisdom, and that reason holy things, and that reason is the holy things by his understanding. So he reasoned the holy things, those separate ideas, that are good unto the Lord. It says, he that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. So when you don't understand something, you go and ask the Lord and you meditate and pray on it, and pray that he reveal it to you.
Oh. Hey, I got one. Are you done with that, Slocket?
Let me just drop down to verse 27. It says, by her he shall be covered from heat. Talking about that fire that's coming, and in glory shall he dwell. So he's going to dwell when he gets to the kingdom. Now, let's talk about saving us from those ICBM missiles, and then bringing us to that ultimate glory.
Through the fire.
Right. It's tried in fire right there.
This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15. Slakia, chapter 15 and verse 7, and it reads, for the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioneth every vessel with much labors for our service. Yea, for the same clay he maketh both the vessel that serve for clean using, and likewise also all such as service to the contrary. And that was for the brother. That was for the brother talking about the potter's clay. All right, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai fashions us. All right, and for that acceptable labor and service.
That's why everything works for that same thing.
God.
Because that penny gonna get you what you need. It's gonna get you where you need to go. Because this thing isn't about money. It's not being the richest. We just trying to get in.
God.
And everybody's status will go according to the order that it was before, because all our spirits go back to the Most High.
God. Albert Rogers, that would be of that number.
Book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. 15. Looking diligently lest any man fail of the grace of the power, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
He crying, but he had that same opportunity as everybody else. Had he not done the thing that he did, just like had Cain took his offering, just how Cain took his offering for granted, that same spirit was in Esau, and he didn't respect the birthright, so Yahweh Shemi Shai, had Jacob supplant him, and that's just how it went down because and the 2/3 taking it for granted of who they are, thinking that they not worthy of it, or they don't want to be a part of this because it's foreign to them.
God.
They don't understand it because ultimately that's Yahweh Shemi Shai's will. But they're part of that stiff-necked people, just like how they thought when they said that go ahead and put the blood of Mashiach on our hands for generations.
God, let it be upon us.
He said they took that with pride. Yeah, we did it. Not knowing that this was gonna come back to haunt them.
Generation after generation.
Because they didn't believe in the true power of the Most High.
God.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, that's
all right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. A double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth from all four corners of the earth. And the Bahash Dabbadah, the house of David. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. What about the ball?